We'll call the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call the roll, please.
Calhoun. Dempsey.
Here.
Fournier.
Here.
Kropp.
Here.
McGarity.
Here.
Rick.
Here.
Yor.
Here.
Okay, we first have announcements, acknowledgments, communications, and reports. And we're going to start with a presentation of Citizen Hero Awards to Tom Adams, Michael Schwartz, James Penman, and Derek. Is it Kull or Kull? It's Kull. Okay. I want to say it right. For saving the life of Rich Mazzella. And so I want to read from our Fire Chief, Dan Reynolds, kind of a synopsis of what happened that day. At approximately 9:45 a.m. during an ice hockey match at the Mount Clemens Ice Arena, the 84-year-old patient, Mr. Rich Mazzella, collapsed and became unconscious after his second shift on the ice. Several firefighters and police officers were playing hockey with Mr. Mazzella. Roseville firefighter Mike Schwartz, retired Roseville Fire Department Battalion Chief Todd Adams, Monroe, Michigan Fire Captain Derek Kull, and Jim Penman, who may be a police officer or fighter fire somewhere.
Police officer.
He's a police officer. Where are you, sir? Rochester. Assessed Mr. Mazzella and found him to be in cardiac arrest on the ice. Others called 911 while these men began CPR and applied the AED, which was on site at the ice arena. The AED shocked Mr. Mazzella's heart one time, but did not result in a return of pulse. CPR was continued for approximately another 2 minutes, resulting in Mr. Mazzella regaining a spontaneous perfusing pulse, starting to breathe, and became conscious again. By the time an ambulance arrived, Mr. Mazzella, unaware of what happened, was awake and talking to his rescuers. Mr. Mazzella was rapidly conveyed to the hospital where he underwent treatment for his cardiac arrest event and to place an internal defibrillator. Rich Mazzella has returned to normal activity in the weeks since this incident. So it's my pleasure to present some awards. So if we could have everyone come up to the microphone, I'll meet you there.
That must be him.
Oh, yeah.
And we're all playing hockey.
All right, we'll start with, so this sounds like a dead mic, but it's not. It's going to the cameras, just so you know. So we're going to start with the awards from Mount Clemens, but then we also have State Representative Denise Mentor and State Senator, oh my gosh, Kevin Patel. I almost called you your brother. Same here. And so we're so excited to be able to give you these awards today for the City of Mount Clemens Citizen Hero Award. And this certificate reads for all of you. This one in particular is awarded to Derek Kull in recognition of his quick action and heroic effort to save the life of Rich Mazzella from cardiac arrest on February 26, 2024. Thank you for your life-saving response. Thank you so much. This one is awarded to James Penman in recognition of his quick action and heroic effort to save the life of Rich Mazzella from cardiac arrest on February 26, 2024. Thank you for your life-saving response. The Citizen Hero Award to Michael Schwartz in recognition of his quick action and heroic effort to save the life of Rich Mazzella from cardiac arrest on February 26, 2024. Thank you for your life-saving response. To Todd Adams. I don't know why I would call you Tom. I'm sorry. In recognition of his quick action and heroic efforts to save the life of Rich Mazzella from cardiac arrest on February 26, 2024. Thank you for your life saving. Good evening, gentlemen.
tributes for you signed by the Lieutenant Governor and by Governor Gretchen Whitmer and Kevin Mazzella. And I'm just going to read one, and then we'll pass them out. And this one is also to Todd Adams. Let it be known, we gather here today to celebrate the remarkable heroism displayed by Mr. Todd Adams. During an ice hockey match at the Mount Clemens Ice Arena on February 26, 2024, at approximately 9:45 a.m., an individual suffered a cardiac arrest and collapsed on the ice. Todd Adams, Derek Kull, Mike Schwartz, and Jane Penman immediately assessed the individual's condition and discovered he was unconscious and without a pulse. Demonstrating courage and quick thinking in a critical moment, Mr. Adams, along with his fellow responders, initiated CPR and retrieved and utilized an automated external defibrillator, an AED, in an attempt to revive the individual. Their timely intervention and life-saving measures successfully revived the individual, who gained consciousness and was breathing on his own by the time medical professionals arrived. Mr. Adams' presence of mind and willingness to act in a crisis situation undoubtedly saved this individual's life. His heroism is an inspiration to us all. In special tribute, the state of Michigan commends Mr. Todd Adams for his bravery and life-saving actions. You can see that.
We have one here for James as well.
Awesome.
For Mike. And for Derek.
I was going to say, do we have Mr. Rich Mazzella with us?
Yes. He's there.
If you want to come up, no pressure, but if you want to say a few words, you can. And if not, that's usually problematic.
Well, I started playing with firemen and policemen about 25 years ago. I never really appreciated firemen and policemen until I started playing hockey with them for all these years. And then what happened to me, and they saved my life, put them at the top. Definitely underpaid, overworked people. And I appreciate everything you guys did for me. That was great. This 1939, Lou Gehrig had just got ALS. He was at Yankee Stadium. He said, "I'm the luckiest guy on the face of the earth." And that's how I feel today, since that day. But thanks, guys. I hope to be back on the ice.
If you guys don't mind, we'll have you stand here, and then that way our commission and everybody's in the picture.
Right in the middle, sorry.
Can't see us. It's more fun commission.
I feel like Pat Rock. Thank you so much, everybody.
Awesome, guys.
Thank you guys so much.
It's all right.
I know a guy named Ram.
Oh, you? Okay. Yeah.
You need to, I think. Still playing hockey. God bless America.
And I had to take a nap afterward. Wow.
Let me get back here. Yeah. Go get it. Go get it.
Yeah. Yay for the 80.
We'll give it a second to let everyone clear
Yes,
out who wants
yeah.
to clear out.
And the training behind it, you know? They
We do have one more announcement, acknowledgement, communications and reports. We're going to have a little presentation from our state senator and our state representative Denise Spencer and State Senator Kevin Hertel. Can't believe I. So But it will require all of the commission to put their hard hats on.
Wait a minute.
I like it.
All right.
You're gonna look good. I ran out.
Here. You're right in the middle. You should have it on.
Beautiful.
Don't make Greg mess up his.
All right. Now you made us put them on.
So we're here tonight to announce some things we're bringing home to the residents of Mount Clemens. As you know, we had a marathon session. It took us 19 hours on Wednesday. Both of us in session to get the budget approved between the two of us and get it, or the two chambers and get it to the governor. In that, we were able to ask for some things to bring home to our community. These are tax dollars we're bringing back to you. So I'd like Senator Repeal to go first.
I want to knock on wood because the governor has not signed the budget yet. Once she does, these dollars will come back to Mount Clemens. And I met with the mayor when I was running for this Senate seat just a couple of years ago. And we talked about the fact that Mount Clemens is a unique place, being that the county occupies so much land here and is not a taxpayer. And we thought about some things that we might be able to do in state law to address that, and we're still looking at ways to figure that out. But in the meantime, how can we bring resources back to this community to make sure we're doing everything we can to alleviate that burden, right? And the lens that I look through all of this is, how do we take state dollars that are available for grants that will go either here or other places in the state? We want to bring them back to our community, but do it in a way that will increase the taxable value of that land, increase the property value so that we will continue to see building of tax revenue here in the city and alleviate the pressure that's on the current residents that live here that have been paying for that infrastructure for many, many decades. So I am proud that we have brought back, I think, a few significant projects to this community that will, for decades to come, benefit the downtown area and the neighborhoods. One of the things that me and the mayor talked about was the importance of adding to taxable value in the downtown area, but really increasing the amount of people that can live in the downtown area. And so I'm proud that soon we will see the Victory Inn be torn down. Be developed into a first-class residential facility that will provide homes to people that are coming to work and the many businesses that are growing and the economic growth we've seen across this community and some of the announcements over the last year or two. And so we want to make sure those people are living here, they're playing here, they're raising their families here. And that's why that was so important to me to get that project done, and we're moving in the right direction.
Awesome.
That project is $5 million in this budget. We had an additional $5 million, as you recall, that came to the city of Mount Clemens last year to work towards the demolition of that building as well. So that's $10 million total over two budgets we've had come straight here in Mount Clemens for this project.
And mine aren't quite as flashy, but they're gonna benefit the city greatly. One of the asks I had was, you had a need for $3.4 million for the new pump station. I didn't get all that money, but I did get you $1.5 million. And I also got you $2 million for the waterfront revitalization. Mayor probably, will, when she's ready, explain the project. But we got $2 million for that.
And I'll just say, none of this happens by one person, right? This takes a team, it takes you guys bringing ideas to us. It takes people willing to make the investments. And it also, any budget that passes has to pass the House, the Senate, has to be signed by the governor. So working together with Denise, and I'll tell you, nobody loves this community more than Representative Menson.
That's right.
She fights for this community every day in Lansing, and working together, we were able to find ways to get these dollars back here. And we're going to continue doing that because it's incredibly important, I think, to this entire region that Mount Clemens has a strong future.
And I think one of the things we also need to mention is that we did add $15 million for Selfridge Air Force Base. That base, we're going to be able to get that runway realigned, and we're going to be able to bring in the big ass jets.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yes, thank you. All right. All right, let's take those off.
They gotta leave my.
Now that we have hat hair. Thank you so much to both of you.
Yes.
The team that we have of legislators that are currently on our side has been remarkable the last 2 years. I don't believe in the history of Mount Clemens have we had that type of funding returned to our city. And so thank you so much to both of you. We know you're working hard. I mean, we don't even have to say it. The results show it. So thank you.
That's the key.
All right, we will move to adoption of the agenda.
I move to amend the agenda to add a new item number 13, closed session for a strategy and negotiation session connected with the negotiation of a collective bargaining agreement.
Support.
Wait. Should we make it 14 and adjournment 15?
It should be.
Yeah, it should be after commissioner comments.
Yeah, it should be 14.
So is that
Is what I meant to say.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Did we get that? Okay. And do we have a support?
I support it.
Okay. All right. Call the roll, please. Any questions or comments, I guess, first? Okay. Call the roll, please.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crap.
Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
York.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, we'll move on to public participation. This is the portion of the meeting that we invite the public to address the commission. We ask that you come to the microphone, give us your full name, your residential address, and you address your comments to the chair. We also ask that you abide by our 3-minute rule. If anyone would like to address the commission at this time, we invite you to the microphone.
Ruthie Stevenson, 69 Bain Street. I'd like to commend the city for doing Robinson and Clinton River Drive and Needle, and it's just so awesome, you know, and it helped a lot. It's helped a lot. And also commend the city for the fireworks extravaganza. That was so awesome. So awesome. And people came from all over the place. It was thousands of people. And it was really awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
I came to make just a brief comment for you here, Home House Plaza 158 South Main Street.
Can you give us your residential address?
My actual address?
Yes.
11955 Fraser and Warren.
Okay.
But since we have the firefighters here and the rest, I just want to say that I didn't know it was happening, and it's just very moving to see. And sometimes we feel like such a divided country, to see people really kind of making you feel proud to be
Yes.
again. I think that anytime we have an opportunity to recognize what our amazing public servants and folks that are helping the country in other ways outside of the general public service that we have, that needs to be celebrated, because that makes me feel better. It helps drop anxiety and feel better about the country. That was amazing. Love that. Thank you to all those individuals. And we have citizens still here because of them. That's fantastic. I came to just say that I thought the Sheriff's Department did a fantastic job at the event. Fireworks on Friday, and I just wanted to commend them. I know they're on contract with the city, and so I think it's always important for you to hear feedback on the job that they're doing. And I thought they did a fantastic job. There were some folks that were, trying to show off with racing and being unsafe and things like that. And they were just on it with the motorcycle cops and everything, trying to make a great environment for everybody else to have a family. I just want to say thank you to the Sheriff's Department. And but since Representative Menser's here, and I also know they're here in Senator Teal, I will always take the opportunity to thank them for the work that they do to bring money into this community and make this a better place to live and do business and all of that. So I thank them for the hard work and specifically, what they did to support the foster closet. But also in addition, Senator Teal, my son had an opportunity, who's now a licensed firefighter and EMT himself, had an opportunity to speak to the senator about how difficult it was to pass the national registry exam. We used to have state exams for EMT and paramedic.
And if I have it correctly, chair of the public safety committee, correct, with the health policy, yes, so which covers that area. And he worked to pass a bill recently to bring back the state test, because the national test has gone very theory-based. It's gone away from what we used to consider trades, and very important that we don't have to send everybody to college nowadays. The trades are important. Firefighter, the police work are part of the trades, and should have something that is trades-based and focused and not theoretical. And we have such a shortage of firefighters, police officers today. The work that he's done on that is going to help in the future. So I want to thank the senator for his work on that. We knocked down the paramedic one. Now we can get the EMT included in that seriously. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to address the commission at this time? I feel bad for not putting the microphone back up.
My name is Jimmy Dixon, 94 Park, Mount Clemens. I just want to thank the city for the sidewalk, and I want to thank you for part of the street that they fixed on Howard there. And I just want to say they did an awesome job. Thank you very much. And I'm also waiting on Jones and Euclid. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to address the commission at this time?
I forgot something. So I forgot that one of my asks will benefit Chief Reynolds. I got $2 million for the Public Safety Academy at Macomb Community College, specifically for police and fire. And I had told the college that if I got them some money, I'm repelling out of the fire tower. And I picked 2 of your firefighters led by Captain Candela to assist me with that. But there will be a media event when I repel out of the fire.
We'll make sure to tune in. Oh boy, somebody's gonna have to be careful what she's allowed to, because she's gonna like start bungee jumping or something next, I think. Oh boy. All right. Is there anyone else who would like to address the commission at this time? All right. Seeing none, we will go ahead and move on to number 7, administrative responses. I don't see anything from the last meeting, so we'll move to approval of the minutes. I'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve the minutes as presented.
Support.
Anybody have any questions or comments about the minutes? Call the roll, please.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
McGarity,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Yor,
Yes.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Okay, moving to general business, 9A, approval of special event permit, Pleasantrees consumption event. I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve the resolution for the temporary marijuana event for Pleasantrees Cannabis Company on Saturday, September 21st, 2024.
Support.
Mr. Shipman.
RJB Enterprises LLC, doing business as Pleasantrees Cannabis Company, is requesting approval of a special event permit pursuant to Section 15A of the city's marijuana business ordinance. Although the event is occurring on private property, the ordinance requires City Commission approval of all temporary marijuana events via resolution. The car show and consumption event would take place on Saturday, September 21st, 2024 from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. The marijuana business ordinance grants representatives of the Macomb County Sheriff's Office the right during the hours of operation to inspect the permitted premises. State approval is also required for the event.
Okay, anybody have any questions or comments on the event permit?
Did we get state approval yet, or is it going on?
Usually they go for local and then they go
They
for
have to
state
have our
approval.
letter, I think, first. Anybody else? Questions or comments? Okay, call the roll, please.
Fournier,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
McGarity,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Yor,
Yes.
Calhoun,
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Okay, we'll move to Clementimes newsletter renewal.
I move to approve the renewal agreement with Drive Creative Services for publication of the quarterly newsletter as presented and authorize the appropriate city officials to execute the same.
Support.
Okay, Mr. Shipman.
In May of 2023, the City of Mount Clemens and the Mount Clemens Library collaborated to produce the Clementimes quarterly newsletter. The newsletter was in a new format from the old version. The new format allowed outside resources to purchase space and advertise their business or function. The city and the library received 40% of the advertising revenue in the form of a direct reduction for the cost of creating, printing, and distributing the newsletter. The reduction for the city and the library is based on how many pages each entity purchases. The cost of producing the newsletter has dropped with each issue as advertising has increased. The cost to the city for the last edition was $3,950, and 79 cents. The ads help businesses advertise their goods and services while supporting the city and the library. The content for the library and the city is separate, and the advertising is contained at the end of the newsletter. The newsletter is of magazine quality, printed on high-gloss colored text. There is also a digital version available. We have received an enormous amount of positive feedback since the new version of the newsletter was released. Administration recommends renewing the agreement with Drive Creative Services for publication of the Clementimes newsletter. Note the agreement contained herein was reviewed by the city attorney. And with us tonight is Scott Chambers from Drive Creative Services. If anybody has any questions for Scott this evening.
Or do you have any questions for Mr. Shipman?
And I'm going to direct them to Scott.
Yes, Mr. Kellen.
This is not a question, this is just a statement. Commissioner Dempsey reminds me all the time, I like to highlight the online resources that people can use to find events and different resources for the city, but nothing beats paper sometimes. And so it's just fantastic that this is a resource that goes directly to people.
Right.
This is rather inexpensive to reach nearly every resident in the city. So I'm just very happy with what we've gotten from this, and look forward to continuing with this partnership.
I don't think I've heard one negative comment about the new newsletter. And I don't think there's anything in the world that I've not had one negative comment. I mean, somebody would be like, well, I don't like the green, but the newsletter, everyone loves it. And it feels, I've seen the other publications that Scott does, and he does a great job, and his team does a great job. They make the process easy, which I can't say about how it was in the past. It was just much more arduous for us, right, before. So now it's an easier process, but also I've seen their other publications through the other cities, and ours by far is the most pleasing to the eye, I think. So
you know it.
I will say, am I wrong? So, but I think it's a great, and people have been submitting photos for the front page. I mean, it just has really been a tool to communicate with residents and also to showcase what we're doing. And it really, I mean, I see it in the doctor's office. I see it in the, at my dentist. I mean, I see it in places that I'm like, yes, look at now it paints Mount Clemens in a very positive way. And that we can't ask for more from a newsletter. So thank you so much, Scott, for you and your team. You've done a great job. And we are challenging Scott and his team to get that price lower and lower and lower. So
And thank you for all you've done, Greg, as well. Because we're all fighting together through that concept.
we hit the streets together, he and I knocked on doors of businesses, so to try to get the advertising dollars. So if you know anybody, there it is. We are they are able to sponsor or to run an ad in the newsletter, and that revenue does help defray the cost of the publication. So yes. All right, does anybody else have any questions or comments about the newsletter? All right, call the roll, please.
Crop.
Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Yor.
Yes.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
We'll move to consent agenda.
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Okay, call the roll, please.
McGarity.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Yor.
Yes.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes. Agenda item 11, City Manager's Report. Mr. Shipman.
The Historical Commission is hosting its second annual Race Through Time Historic Road Rally on Saturday, August 3rd. The cost per team is $20, and you can pre-register at City Hall with the Community Development Office or at the Crocker House the morning of the event. On race day, teams will meet at the Crocker House at their designated start time between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. For any questions, please call 408-568-5462. Reminder, city offices will be closed on Thursday, July 4th, 2024 for the Independence Day holiday. There will be no refuse pickup on Thursday, July 4th. Pickup will run 1 day behind schedule beginning Friday, July 5th. Refuse pickup for Monday, July 1st, Tuesday, July 2nd, and Wednesday, July 3rd will be picked up on schedule. Despite the rain this spring, the road rehabilitation projects are progressing ahead of schedule. There are a few punch list items left to complete. However, we would like to thank everyone for their patience during these projects. And a reminder that state law allows fireworks to be set off only on personal property June 29th to July 4th until 11:45 p.m. on each of those days, and July 5th if that date is a Friday or Saturday, again only until 11:45 p.m. It is illegal to ignite fireworks on public property. The city's fireworks ordinance is available on the homepage of the city's website. Absentee ballots for the August 6th primary election went out last week. When voting your ballot, please remember to select one party for the whole ballot and vote only for the candidates of that particular party. Our upcoming events: the Uptown Friday Night Concert Series on Friday, July 12th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. featuring the Dave Hamilton Band. It's on the main stage at the corner of North Walnut and Macomb Place. Again, the Uptown Friday Night Concert Friday, July 19th, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. featuring Strictly Fine. That will be on the main stage, again, at the corner of North Walnut and Macomb Place. And Uptown Friday Night Concert Friday, July 26th, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. featuring the Joe Allen Band. And again, that will be on the main stage at the corner of North Walnut and Macomb Place. Please come down and enjoy the Oasis Social District, where people can buy and drink alcoholic beverages outdoors in the city's downtown area from participating businesses, which include Abibo Dining and Spirits, Bass City Bistro, Cellar 104 Wine Boutique, Gumbo's, and Your Mother's. Artists and crafters can still apply for the Fall Art and Craft Show on September 14th and 15th. For more information, contact 586-431-6788.
All right, does anybody have any questions or comments for Mr. Shipman?
I just have one comment. I just wanted to thank you again for coordinating with Exalta on the lighting issue. The residents who know about it appreciate the responsiveness. Sometimes those things happen behind the scenes, and I just wanted to advertise that win. Thank you very much for the work you do.
You're welcome. Exalta's always been a great neighbor. They're easy to work with, so thank them. It sounds simple what they did, but that's a huge undertaking on a facility that size to make the changes they did. And then people also have to realize, they fall under Department of Homeland Security rules too with the type of facility they are, so they can't just do anything anytime they want. So.
Did not know that.
I didn't know that either. So good information. Makes sense. Anyone else? All right, we will move on then to the public participation. The second opportunity that we invite the public to address our commission. Again, we ask that you come to the microphone, give us your full name, your residential address, and abide by our 2-minute rule.
My name is Jimmy Dixon. I'm coming in behalf of our homecoming July 13th at 260 North Broadway. It's our annual picnic, and I'm inviting each and every one of you to come. We're gonna have hamburgers, hot dogs, catfish. I'm gonna be on the catfish fry. And I'm not bragging, but it's gonna be delicious. So if you can, please come. We would enjoy to have you. Thank you.
Thank
God
you.
bless.
Thank you. That was the hamburger.
Mr. Dixon, what was that date?
July 12th?
July
13th.
Oh, 13th.
At 11 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Very good. Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to address the commission? All right, seeing none, we will go ahead and move to commissioner comments, and we're going to start with Commissioner Dempsey this time.
Oh.
I know, I'm throwing a wrench in it.
Mixing it up.
It always says up here, ditto to everything that everybody says.
We can go to Commissioner Rick if you really needed to. Okay.
First of all, I think it was fantastic presentation here for the officers that helped the gentleman at the ice arena, and at the ice arena was so prepared to have everything they needed there. It just says a lot for our community and the response and just people in general. You know, it was really heartwarming, and it was great to see the gentleman.
Oh.
And he's going to get back on the ice. I think that's really great. The other thing I wanted to mention, Denise Menser, all the years that I have served in the city, I have to say this is the first time that we have received so much money back for our tax dollars that go to Lansing to come back into our community. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I've served on this commission a long time. So I know I've gone through so many different representatives. They always talk a good talk.
There you go.
But we didn't get the money back. Denise talks a good talk, and she can talk. But she brings the money back, and she's passionate about it. So thank you. And with that, with that, you can go either way.
Okay. Commissioner Calhoun.
Well, a big thank you to the city and the Downtown Development Authority for the fireworks event. I saw Nikki there coordinating and walking around, making sure everyone was having a good time. The rain held off, and so it was fantastic. I also want to say that I see these green hats out a lot, and that's a good thing because it means that we are getting things done here in the city with help from our partners at the state level, like Representative Menser and Senator Hertel, at the federal level, the county level, and so just thankful for that, and I'm excited to continue this. I'm happy to see that people are excited to see roads getting fixed in their neighborhoods. So this is great progress here for our city. On the consent agenda, we once again are doing this High Michigan Teal event that's happening here in the city, and I actually have seen these for years, but I had no idea what they were about. So it's really nice to see that this is a statewide campaign from the Michigan Ovarian Cancer Alliance to promote awareness of ovarian cancer and its symptoms. And so very happy to see that this year we're continuing to bring awareness to that. It's extremely important. And I need your help with this, Clerk Martin. For the primary ballot, so you have to vote the one party or another, and the nonpartisan section as well, if the judges.
Right. Well, the nonpartisan, obviously, there's no party, but yeah.
Okay,
so select one party and just vote that party only. Don't split your ticket. So. But we've had some people already do that, so they had to spoil their ballot. We had to give them some new ones, but that's to be expected. So, but if anybody has any questions, they can always call the clerk's office. So.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, that's okay. I'm in election mode.
So please vote.
Thank you, and Commissioner Rick.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I'd like to thank Todd, Michael, James, and Derek for saving Rich's life. It's amazing to see that kind of thing. It's amazing to have life-saving things given out routinely here. But it also highlights how unexpected emergencies can be. So I believe our recreation department does offer CPR courses periodically. For more information on that, you can check our website. And it, as you saw, the passion that comes with hockey reminds me that I want to specifically thank the Ice Arena for their presentation today. It was really educational and very appreciated for them to really show us what they're doing there and highlight all of the amazing wins that they've had already. I just appreciate them taking the time. huge thank you to Representative Menser for all the time and work you've put in bringing our tax money back after the, I don't know, century or so of money that's been going to the state. It is really amazing how much resources you've been able to bring back. And of course,
People are afraid of me up there.
I understand. I appreciate it. We take it. And of course, you know, did I say thanks to Senator Hertel as well? Thanks to Senator Hertel, of course, as well, because the 1-2 punch we got up there is you guys are doing amazing stuff.
Amen.
And if anyone else is interested in beginning to serve in a legislative or municipal capacity, a great first step would be serving on one of our city's boards or committees or commissions, and more information is available on mountclemens.gov/boards. Also, in the upcoming election cycle, I believe there's a couple school board spots that are open, so if you're interested in serving in that capacity, the timeline is short. Get your name in. Lastly, with the Michigan Teal awareness campaign, as somebody with cancer, I think it's very important to raise the awareness of cancer and start talking more openly about it. And campaigns like this are a great first step in continuing the awareness and making sure that people who get cancer diagnosis understand that there are other people out there living with it who they can talk to. And with that, I have nothing else.
Thank
Once
you.
a bather, always a bather.
Thank you, Commissioner Rick. Commissioner Yor.
I think this is the part where I say, I agree with everything that
Right.
said, to save you from all that. I do want to just mention it was a really feel-good evening here, and
Yes.
those of you who are here, I'm sure share that sentiment. And selfishly, the AED was a game changer at the ice arena, I think. So all of you who haven't been trained in an AED, if you don't know where you might get trained, you can reach out to me. I'll help you with that. Or any businesses that may not have an AED, you know, they really are necessary everywhere we go. So I'll leave you with that thought, as well as have a very safe, healthy, happy 4th of July coming up. And thank you for the fireworks.
Thank you. Commissioner McGarity.
Short.
That's okay.
I had
Cover up her paper.
mentioned also, so I did mark off some things that were stated, but I am an ovarian cancer survivor, and that those ribbons really mean a lot. And so I did have one question that I had written down earlier. Can the residents tie the ribbons around the trees without like being fined because it's city property for that month?
Oh, if it's in the easement.
On the the city property of your personal
On the sidewalk on the
resident.
street.
I don't think code enforcement's gonna come give you a ticket if you wanna tie that ribbon on there during that month.
So let's tie those ribbons. Okay, let's tie those ribbons. Thank you. I also wanted to thank our senator and our state representative for what they're doing, and mostly for remembering home. That is so important because you represent the state, but you didn't forget home. And it is so very important that we do that. I just kind of want to know, when are we going to have the party to tear it down? Soon? Okay. Mount Clemens Parade is coming up, believe it or not. I know it's the end of summer, but a few of us, Eric is one, we have tickets that we're selling as a fundraiser. They are $100 a ticket, but if you don't want to do $100 a ticket, gather 10 people to do $10 a piece, and you could win $10,000.
Not bad.
But it helps to fund our Thanksgiving Day parade. So I know we could find 10 people with $10 to get one ticket, and then come back and say, I got that $1,000 from the 10 people. That was it, because everything else was brought up. I will be at Carnes Community Center on Friday from 11 to 3. Come with any questions you may have, any help you might need in your city, your family, or what have you. Come and see meet at Carnes Community Center in Mount Clemens, 11 to 3. Thank you.
Thank you. And last but not least, Commissioner, or not really last.
Not quite, you're last.
Yeah.
As we've all joked, though, it is, this really was a great night. I mean, to hear everything that, things just seem to be happening and going in the right direction. It is such an amazing feeling, especially after you've been on this commission for so many years. Not as long as some, but it's very exciting. And I'm very happy that Mr. Mazzella is well, and he, thank God for the firefighters and the police there, and bless them all. But Denise, I've got to tell you, friend, we knew you had raised some cane up there, but we are so darn proud of everything you have done for this city, and especially so quickly, because you haven't been there that long. I mean, from the day one, you kicked ass up there, and I am so proud to know you and so proud of what you've done, and thank you very, very much. I just want to know, when they were doing the budget, if you used your little sticky things and just kept asking questions, and they still got it done early. Glad to hear it. Yep, there you go. So thank you so much for everything you've done, and to Senator Hertel. Obviously, I don't know him as well, but we really appreciate the partnership there. Thank you.
All right. Well, I mean, geez, there's not much left. I want to thank Mickey and the DDA for the fireworks. I wasn't able to attend. I was picking up my son from space camp, but it was, I've heard, an amazing evening, and you do a great job. So I want to thank you for that. Again, I already said it, but I'm going to say it again. Scott Chambers and the people at Drive Media, your team is Drive Creative. They're great, and I'm so happy that we get to work with you for another year, and I look forward to that cost coming down. And I will be having a coffee talk on Tuesday, July 9th, at 9:30 a.m. at John's Family Grill. I will not have an evening coffee talk in July because I can't possibly fit another thing in July. And I also want to congratulate and thank Commissioner Rick for being appointed to the Regional Review Committee of SEMCOG.
Oh.
You did get, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, Commissioner Rick stepped up to get more involved with SEMCOG, and, that's not something that's required of a commissioner, and it is not a paid position. It's just more time away from your family and more of a commitment, but I have personally been very involved in SEMCOG and have found that it really brings resources back. Actually, we were just notified today that we received a grant for $22,000 for a planning assistance grant. So, those types of things help bring resources to the community, but it also helps us learn from other communities because we don't need to reinvent the wheel. There's been many times when I've said, hey, what are you guys doing and how do you fix this? And so getting involved in regional organizations is something that really enriches Mount Clemens and especially our commission. So thank you for that dedication and doing that. And then I would like to, again, it's going to become probably ad nauseum, but thank you to both State Representative Denise Menser and Senator Hertel. Senator Hertel has gone to bat for us, but there's been many times when Commissioner Menser sat in that seat, and she and I disagreed on a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And I wondered, whoa, she's going to go to Lansing, and we disagreed on a lot of things, and how's that going to go? And I'll tell you how it's gone. She's been awesome. I mean, she's never, ever once let any of that. And it's that is exactly what we need more of on all levels of government, right? We have a common mission and we want our community to be awesome, right? And so you set that garbage aside and you get the work done. And that's exactly what that woman has done, day in and day out, for the last 2 years. And I think that's why she's been successful. And that's why all of these other crazies up there haven't been. And so I'm proud, so proud to work with you all these days. And I'm so proud of what we're able to accomplish with you for the community. And we're only getting started. And that's the exciting part. So thank you. Thank you so much. And I appreciate it. So with that, I will entertain a motion to go into, yes. Go ahead.
I move to enter into closed session as permitted under Section 8(1)(c) of the Open Meetings Act for strategy and negotiation session connected with the negotiation of a collective bargaining agreement, Dial-A-Ride, UAW, Local 155.
Much better than what I could have just said. So, support. Okay, excellent. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So we will recess for 5 minutes and then come back to closed session. Thank you.
I move to ratify the tentative agreement by and between the City of Mount Clemens and UAW Local 155 representing Dial-A-Ride city employees, date January 28th, 2024, as presented.
June 20th?
June, what'd I say?
January.
Sorry, well, it's June. Did you get that?
June
Correct.
20th. I'm sorry, who
June
supported?
28th, 2024.
There you go.
Okay, and who
Support.
support? Okay. Mr. Fournier. All right, anybody have any questions or comments? None. Call the roll, please.
Rick,
Yes.
Yor,
Yes.
Calhoun,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
McGarity.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes, and I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Support.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Have a great night, everyone.